Worry observations, righteous discussions, unite people. It's a Word Up podcast. I, of course, am your host, OMNIETC, Omni, etc.
Omni.
And we're back again to talk about damages because a lot's been going on this past week. First and foremost, shout out to, my people in the chat. Shout out to Ricky. Well, appreciate you for stopping by. Man, the things that have been going on, we got a lot of stuff we didn't ask for recently, and we got some things that just been shit. Yeah, Ricky, a lot of damages. You know what? Let's just jump on to it. Bit of housekeeping. If you could subscribe, hit the like button, as well as the notification bell. And also set it to get every update. Personalize it to get every update because there's like 3 tiers to the notification bell. So if you don't want to miss a thing, including stuff I'm gonna be having on the community page, we're gonna have Discord, not just for the Word Up podcast, but for the Omniverse in general, which is what I've been putting together for a while now. Before even a lot of you have met me here on the internet. So yes, if you could change the notification bell to receive everything, or personalize it how you want to personalize it, not dictating what you need to do, but if you want to stay up to date with everything that I got going on, that would be one way of doing it. So yeah, damages. We gotta get you know what? First topic. This is gonna be the first topic. Jada with the Ready Rock. This is what nobody asked for, right? This is gonna be another consistent theme of the show. I'm gonna have at least one. I'm gonna try to at least have one topic, and it's not even try to because we get these things that pop up. Jada with the Ready Rock. Jada recently released a book about her life, her struggles, her battle with things like depression, and the juxtaposition between her celebrity life, her mental health, and her reality. And for some reason, it just continuously seems like she doesn't like her husband at all. The more and more she says, the more and more she talks about things, it just seems like she doesn't like Will Smith whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Which brings up the question, why are you married? But we recently got the nugget that they've been legally married, but they've been separated within their marriage for an extended period of time. That extended period of time was spanning all the way back to 2016. And leaves me with the question, if that's true, then why did you slap the shit out of Chris Rock? I just can't help but ask. Why did Will get up on stage and yell, or feel some type of way that compelled him to get up on stage? I don't know. It's crazy, but we're gonna review this video about in an interview that Jada did. It's gonna be clipped up. Shout out to Forgotten Kings for doing that bit of legwork on it. Hold on. Back in YouTube. Here we go. I don't know where my video went. What the hell? Where the hell did my video go? Hold on, nah, I got it, folks. Hold on. Here we go.
Even though I always had a regular job, I just wanted more financial freedom. I decided to sell drugs.
I said, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Sell crack cocaine.
This is why I call her Jada with the Ready Rock. For anybody that's been wondering why I've been in these spaces this past week with the meme up and saying Jada with the Ready Rock was my name, whenever it applied to this situation we were in, this is the reason why. Apparently, she's been selling crack. So let me get this straight. Tupac was the art student turned gangster, but Jada was the actual gangster. And I can't even wrap my mind around. Let's keep going.
And, you know, just along the way, just kind of leveled up.
Stop the cap.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
My whole thing is, if you sold crack in the 90s, 9 times out of 10, there's still some crackheads in the neighborhood that can vouch that you was selling that butter. I don't know where Jada grew up at, but we need to go check and see. They got some fiends that can validify that she was selling that thing back in the. She had that butter on the block for sale.
Jada Pinkett Smith back in the headlines again. This time she's talking.
So let's go through these names. Jada Pinkett reveals she sold a lot of crack as a teenager. 50 Cent's reaction. Enough is enough. Free will. All right, enough is enough. Free Will Smith. What the fuck is going on? 50 Cent always has the most hilarious takes when it comes to these situations. But no, for real. So she sold crack. She was unfulfilled in her marriage. And at this point in time, I'm having a hard time caring. I'm having a hard time caring about this. I'll tell you one thing. J. Cole's, what is it? No Role Models. It's a great name song at this point in time, because these people should not be your role models. We have too much. Damn. We have too much going on to be looking up to celebrities and people that, you know what I mean, had to likely do crazy things in order to get where they were at, in order to enrich and fulfill our lives and use them as an example and hold them up as idols and examples for what we intend to do with our lives. So I don't want the Will and Jada love. Keep me far away from that shit, fam. Because everything that she's doing, nobody is really examining Jada. I want you to understand that this is very indicative of a lot of conversations that I find myself involved in on YouTube. Nobody's really analyzing or holding Jada to a particular, you know what I'm saying, holding Jada to a particular thing. Every conversation that we have about Jada ultimately goes back to Will. It ultimately goes back to Will. People wondering, speculating what's going on in his household, how his marriage is going, if he's even okay, how his mental health is. Everybody's going back to what's happening with Will Smith. What's up, Real? Real Serious B, what's going on? Everybody's asking how Will is leading his marriage. How effective is he in this relationship? Why hasn't he just decided to do the obvious thing and divorce? Why is he holding on to something that doesn't seem to want to hold on to him? And if we're to go back to, hold on, let me take that down for a moment. If we're going to go back to this definition, right? To cause physical. I know it says physical, but let's just say harm. Harm caused to something in such a way as to impair its value or usefulness or normal function. There's literally videos online, well, a video online of Will Smith telling Jada to get the camera out of his face and don't randomly record because his social presence, his social media presence is his bread and butter, and how the public views him is important to how he's making his money. And the thing that actually funds and finances their lifestyle. Sum of money aimed for award compensation. So this is a way in which, this is a case in which I'd rather say that, because I don't want to say that marriage is wholly and solely a bad thing. I have hope that I've seen cases in which marriage, you know what I'm saying, when done with the right people, not person, but people involved in the marriage. I've seen cases in which it's a very beautiful and harmonious thing. But with the wrong people, the one that's unwanting to be there and the other that's unwilling to leave, in this case, it can be disastrous. Just outright. I mean, everything that she's saying, everybody is looking at Will. Everybody is judging Will for the things that his wife is saying. To the point where a majority of us are like, why are these people even together at this point? Damages. She's calling damage to his brand, his reputation, everything that man built. I didn't even watch the Slave movie because Will Smith could have done a great slave movie, and Emancipation may be a great slave movie. But it was delivered at the wrong time for me. You slapped the shit out of Chris Rock on stage, and now it seems like your get back is to come up with a slave movie called Emancipation. That's what it came across to me after the Oscars did what it did in response and retaliation to what you had going on. So, Jada Pinkett wrote a book. It's an arrangement. Can't be much else. Yeah, it's an arrangement between two people. I agree with you. But in some sense, you know what I mean, the people have to want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's clear that Will does, but it's obvious that Jada doesn't. She's not filing for divorce. But everybody's wondering why Will just doesn't leave her. And it's because Will has this thing of he's never getting divorced again. He's already been divorced once, and he said his last marriage is his last marriage. But maybe Will, you just need to be by yourself, or maybe he can't imagine being by himself. I don't know. At this point, he's completely in. You know what I'm saying? He's completely in it. He understands. Well, we understand that he's choosing this. Like, she's choosing to do what she's doing. She's not doing this for. She wrote a book to profit, and she wanted to profit. Yeah, technically, I wholeheartedly agree. He's in it by himself. Technically, I do agree. But she's doing this to profit off of Will Smith's success. Because what was the last Jada Pinkett movie where it was, you know what I'm saying, where you were just blown away? The last movie that she was in where you were just blown away by the performance. Y'all in the chat, let me know. What was the last Jada Pinkett movie? Let me bring this back up. That you were just blown away. The last role that she played in. The last role I remember her playing in at all was the fourth Matrix movie that doesn't actually exist in my mind. It exists for the sake of this argument. That fourth Matrix movie, that fourth Matrix film exists for the sake of this podcast. But outside of this podcast, it does not exist. Understand me? That's the last thing I've seen her in. And at this point, is it difficult for her to get work? I don't understand. Her husband's Will Smith. He should have the connections to leverage that, get her anywhere. Or her acting chops, is she so out of practice? Is that what it is? What's the deal? Yeah, I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? Before the Matrix film, it was Girls Trip. I can't even tell you what she did in Girls Trip, family. I can't even tell you I forget. Everything about Jada Pinkett in Girls Trip is a blank. I remember that was Tiffany Haddish's launch pad. You know what I'm saying? That was the one that launched Tiffany Haddish. And she had very memorable moments. As did the other actresses. I can't remember anything that happened with Jada Pinkett in Girls Trip, family. He got her on The Matrix. That's what's up. So she had two, technically three movies, three appearances on The Matrix. And I can't think of anything that she's done since then. She seems like one of those earthy, that's kind of hard to deal with because they have like specific things that they need in order to feel comfortable in the environment for them to perform well. Like the green room's got to have like a bowl of all red M&Ms. That's what she strikes me as, with her personality and the things that she says. Where you got her on The Matrix? Okay. But let's get off of this because honestly, I didn't want to talk about it. I really didn't. It's something that I really didn't care about. But the only reason I'm talking about it is because it disturbs me when people continuously choose something that is obviously working against them. And so you get these moments that are, Will Smith smacking the shit out of Chris Rock, which was a phrase I never thought I'd say in life. I never thought I'd say the phrase, yo, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of Chris Rock when I was watching Fresh Prince. And I saw, and you know what I'm saying, I saw Chris Rock do his thing and as far as stand-up comedy. I never thought that these two, like, you don't, like, those that were 90s babies, technically I'm an 80s baby by like 6 days, but those of us that were 90s babies, we didn't see these people rise to prominence and power and influence and ever think, yeah, it's gonna be Celebrity Deathmatch at the Oscars. Y'all remember Celebrity Deathmatch? Y'all remember Celebrity Deathmatch for the 90s kids? We never thought it would be like we would see niggas fighting at the Oscars, or you know what I'm saying, nigga get slapped at the Oscars, let alone the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Pookie from New Jack. Yeah, man, Ricky Will going through it, but he's choosing to. Let's be clear, he's choosing this. He's choosing this. Word, serious? All right. So the next topic of discussion, we got a lot of material to cover for this one. So buckle up. Listen. We got to talk about this man, DJ Envy. This is the deal with DJ Envy. Again, damages. This whole thing is about damages and how impactful, really the damages of being how impactful your words are. That's what defamation of character is. You're defaming somebody, you're causing damage to their reputation, their brand, that they trade and leverage on. You're taking customers away from them. But this episode is different from the last one because this is what people are doing to themselves without understanding it, without fully understanding it. So DJ Envy was on the Breakfast Club addressing, it was about 10 days ago, right? He was addressing the allegations and whatnot, but let's go back and see how we even got to these allegations. About 4 months ago, well, really more like 5 or 6 months ago, one of the credibility of one of DJ Envy's business partners came into question. Caesar Pina, as in pina colada, Caesar Pina. He was wholesaling real estate. DJ Envy was very hyped about it, got into business with him, making certain investments. And basically, people weren't getting their returns as promised. And so there was a federal investigation done and conducted. And 4 months ago, DJ Envy, to clear it up, thought that he would talk to a prominent financial social media influencer known as Tony the Closer. Let's go ahead and watch that real quick. Let's get to that real quick. This is him with Tony the Closer. It starts a little later. Hold on. It's about to come up.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming in, man. Mad respect for you taking the time to come and really address some very serious allegations head on. Obviously, you got a huge platform, man. I
I came
gotta turn.
to talk about my car show this weekend in Memphis, man.
I'll let
My
you
car
we can
show
talk
this
some
weekend
car
in
show
Memphis.
shit, cause you know, but people really want to. We can bring up the
Now, I was
car
just
show, but you know,
fucking with you. Ask what you
know
want to
the
ask.
people
Ask
really
what you
want
want
to
to
hear.
ask. Ask what you want to ask, my nigga. We good.
But tell us about the car show. Let's talk
Nah,
about
I'm
the
just
car show, man.
messing
Memphis.
with you. I'm just messing
Come
with
on,
you.
let's talk about. Let's give you the
We do the
plug on
car
the
show.
car
Car
show.
show tickets are selling. We ain't got to worry about that. Let's talk about what you want to talk about. Well, first I want to say, I seen the live that you did, and I thought it was whack. First of all, and I'm gonna tell you why I thought it was whack. And you can ask me whatever you want.
All right, let's go.
And the reason I thought it was whack is because you know me. You've been to my seminars. You spoke on I think a seminar or two.
No, I never spoke.
You never spoke, but you've been to a seminar or two, and you know that we did those seminars to teach people how to do real estate and to encourage people how to do real estate. So the fact that you said it was trash was kind of weak, especially when you know my number. We just spoke many times, but I get what you're doing. But I told you earlier on the phone, because we spoke a couple of times. I said, me and you, we alike in certain ways because we like to expose the fake shit, and that's one thing I say. I don't like when people take advantage of our people. But go ahead, ask away. Let's go.
No, man, first off, man, I've never been at one of your events as a speaking capacity, but I came to the big event that you had at the Javits, which I said on the live. I said, yo, first off, you packed that bitch out. I came in and my initial impression was very impressed. I said, I've never seen people bring people together for that scale for financial literacy. I thought it was one of the most amazing things I saw from a wide-eyed lens, right? To have our people, Hispanics, Black, all in the room getting education. I'm like, yo, that's dope as fuck. I mean, I'll be transparent.
It was trash yesterday.
Now, hold on. Let me finish. Now, I'm gonna finish.
Go ahead.
Coming into I was expecting to get some information and some knowledge, and I felt like it was a lot left to be had when it came to the information piece. It wasn't filled with game that I expected to get from the. It was more like, hey, here's who I go where I find my websites at. Here's where I go to get hard money lenders. But it wasn't real estate knowledge. And here's my problem with a lot.
So right now, Tony is propping up that the information that was provided was stuff that you can find with a Google search, essentially. You know what I mean? Where you can go to get this and where you can go to get that, but not the insight of experienced investors like you would find at something that you would actually pay someone for these webinars for. But let me be honest, a lot of these webinars and all of these seminars and whatnot, a lot of them are like that. A lot of them are like that until you buy in deeper and deeper into the thing that they're actually trying to sell you, which is deeper knowledge and things that they do themselves, and then pay for a system or service that they themselves provide to make it quote unquote easier on you to perform X, Y, Z, and third. But let's continue.
One of these situations is that
it's basically
very
saying
big
it's run of the
platforms
mill.
like yourself, man. Like so many people respect your platform. You are a celebrity. You got millions of people that listen to you on a daily basis. You got a partner of yours who is accused of some very serious allegations. Millions of dollars have been alleged to be scammed at this point, right? I want to ask you first and foremost, when we start looking at these events, which starts becoming a marketing funnel, right? People start now coming into mentorships. They come to these events to be able to get game. But then most of these events, there's that same thing that you talked about that you don't like, the upsell. See, because I pay attention, right? You had a major...
And that's exactly what I was talking about. I couldn't think of the term, so I gave it a very roundabout way of saying it. But the upsell. If anybody's ever been at one of these events and knows what he's talking about, the upsell is terrible. First of all, most of the time, they'll get you in with a free event, and then they'll have you pay for an event for the next event for some super secrets that aren't really so secret, and you find this information on your own. And then, like I said, some sort of service or some product or service that they can sell you that would make it easier to implement the methods that they just that you just paid for them to teach you in the first place. So,
problem with people who had live events and then they didn't teach much information, and then they do these upsells for higher mentorships, et cetera, investment opportunities. Well, it seems as if that's what's now happened with you.
By the way, I haven't watched this at all. I didn't watch this before. I haven't been paying attention. That's what I'm saying. These people are doing some weird stuff out here that I don't pay attention to until it becomes such a huge story. Because I don't want to be the guy that breaks. I've determined, especially with this platform, I don't want to be the guy to break the story. Because a lot of people are trying to break stories and they're reporting it wrong. I want to wait till all the facts come out, everything. We have a timeline to set up of what happened, and then we can analyze it and go over it with a fine-tooth comb to see exactly what's going on. Because everybody nowadays that's breaking stories and breaking news, they report it wrong. I remember a while ago, TMZ, I'll use them as an example for this instance. TMZ reported once that Lil Wayne died. If anybody remembers what I'm talking about, TMZ back in the early 2000s reported Lil Wayne died. You know what I'm saying? When he went to the hospital for something. Nobody got, and then they had to retract it because it was a super big celebrity. But a lot of people nowadays, they don't retract anything. They don't switch it up, or they'll just switch up the page that nobody visits anymore because everybody forgot about it. Anyway, so it's crazy, but let's continue. I just wanted to clarify on that.
You and Caesar, because now you're hearing the same exact thing that you said that you didn't like, which was these very outlandish prices as far as mentorships and plus $1 million plus people saying they've been defrauded out of money. So I'm looking at you and I'm saying, hey, you got a large platform. How are you any different than with the people that you said you didn't like, the other people that were frauds?
Well, for anybody that hasn't been to my seminars, the reason we created these seminars was because we wanted to teach people about real estate and get them into real estate without spending $10,000 like a lot of these seminars were doing. My whole idea was if you have $10,000, I'd rather you use that $10,000 and try to put it into a house, a property, or whatever it may be. So, you know, my real estate thing, you say you didn't learn. I mean, hey, that's you. But the seminar, what we did was we brought people to the seminar that they would need. I brought auction.com, which is a site where people go to get properties from, and it taught them how to go on that property to buy properties. They didn't have to pay for that. I brought Matt, I don't even know what Matt's thing is, Matt the lender. And what Matt did, Matt helped people get loans, talked about FHA, talked about property without paying extra. We had hard money lenders there that told people about hard money lenders and how to get hard money lenders. We had credit repair. That was a guy that helped people fix their credit. We had people who do wholesale, which
more on that guy a little bit later because I also have him. But let's continue. He has some choice words for DJ Envy.
I don't do wholesale. I can't explain wholesale, but we had somebody there to break down what wholesale was and how to get it done.
That's
now,
Caesar
all
Pino.
Those pieces of people explaining that, niggas usually would have to pay money for that. But it was all free. There was never an upsell. There was no, well, to learn this information, you have to do this. There was never an upsell in any of my thing. The only thing that was ever sold was some T-shirts that said landlord, trap lord. And that's anybody that's been on any of my seminar. There was no upsells. We didn't upsell shit. There was not an upsell. There was nothing that you can buy
going on
at any of my seminars. So the upsell thing, well, there was no upsell. So there was nothing that you can buy. Now, has anybody ever gave me $1, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, $100, $1,000, $100,000, or $500,000, or $1 million? Not one person. Because I'm making my business not to take money from nobody. And there's nobody on this live, and there's nobody in here that could ever say Envy, they gave Envy $1. I done helped everybody get homes. I done helped over 1,000 people get into homes. And that's celebrities, from Terrence J to Sean King to so many different people get houses. to regular people get into a house using FHA credit or regular loans. And when they say, Envy, let me give you something, I'm like, I don't need it. Because I honestly did this to help my people. And there's not nobody else that can say that they did. Nobody.
Hey,
Now,
many investors trusted your business partner based off your relationship, right?
I'm glad that you said that. So now,
and I want to ask you a question, like,
and that's pretty much what it comes down to. He leveraged his influence and everything that he's worked on and worked up to this point in order to take he takes his public image and the fact that people, how do I put this, his established brand, and people already trust his established brand in order to make these deals with these people. You notice that he said all of these people were free. Well, these people work on a schedule. They have bills just like we got bills, folks. For real, Night is for real. No, because these people got bills like we got bills. So he's saying all of these services were free. But what he likely told them was, look, this is gonna be a way for y'all to get more clientele. I'm gonna put my name behind you. I'm gonna promote. I'm a brand. I'm gonna put my whole brand behind you, and everything that's in my power and influence to push you guys, I'm gonna use it. Which is how the seminar ended up being free. Just do this free seminar and you're going to see a return on investment from me putting my celebrity behind all of y'all's different businesses. But the seminar is filled with things by the ones that are hosting it to upsell. So to get on auction.com, you know what I'm saying? Auction.com, I'm sure there's fees associated with keeping that website going and that service going. As well as, the credit guy, the, what else is it? Caesar Pina. And the Caesar Pina is the one that everything's really revolving around, the wholesale real estate guy. That's why this story is blown up. It's because he's facing federal charges. So let's continue.
As a public figure, how do you feel your responsibility for your actions and his actions and
word, Nightish, word,
professional you on all that play a part?
Okay,
how do you feel what do you feel like he your part is in this?
I love that question. This is the thing. I have many different partners. I got partners that own water. I got partners when it comes to real estate. I got partners when it comes to clothing lines. I got partners when it comes to many different things. Many different things. So let me ask you a question. Me and you own a barbershop, right? The barbershop does well. On the side, you're a pedophile. And I don't know you're a pedophile. Are they going to say DJ Envy's partner is a pedophile and I knew about it? No, nigga, I didn't know what you did on the side or what you was doing. Not to say that even Caesar was doing anything right or wrong, because I honestly don't know. That's between them and whatever happened. But did I say, here, take this money and give it to this person or do this with this money? I never did. And nobody's ever come to me. And anybody who's ever came, if you ever came to my seminar, I tell everybody on this stage, whether it's credit repair or it's a conventional lender, do your homework, because I don't trust anybody. And I said that. And I said the reason I don't trust anybody is because, like anything in this world, somebody will treat me different because I'm a quote-unquote celebrity.
Butterfly, what's happening, man?
Else. And if you've been to my seminars,
Salute.
I say that a million times where the speakers get offended sometimes. But the reason I do that is because I don't trust people. I don't trust anybody. I don't. That's just me. Even with real estate, I'm not a person that just buys because I never seen. I need to touch the house. I need to feel it. I need to walk through it. I need to know things on my own. So if by you putting out DJ Envy and a picture of me and Caesar saying that y'all did that, I didn't scam nobody for no money. I didn't take no money. And like I said, the thing with me and you is when I go from different is you.
But see, this is the flip side of the coin. This is the side effects of proximity. This is what happens when you put your name behind something and you fully don't understand what you're putting your name behind. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. You fully didn't vet. You didn't walk through the house. like you said you did, because that statement of I want to touch it, I want to feel it, I want to walk up, and I want to walk through it. It's nice to say that, but if that was the case and that was true, your business partner sees a subpoena, you know what I mean? Well, he likely would still be, because he's going to do what he's going to do, right? He'd likely still be facing federal charges, but your brand wouldn't be wrapped up in it the way that it is, because you wouldn't have done business with this person if you were thoroughly vetting them like you said you were with that statement. Y'all let me know if I'm off. Y'all let me know. Please let me know if I'm wrong. We gonna continue.
You know me. You say you didn't have my number. My number's the same. You got my number. You can call me anytime.
Well, I actually didn't have your number, Henry, but like,
and as soon as I heard, what did I do?
Let me
I
ask
said
you.
my number.
But let me ask you a question, because
Say what? Say what? Butterfly Jones, Envy was convicted for stealing about 15 years ago. When did this happen? I have no clue. Yo, hit my IG. If you got a link or something, hit my IG with it. I might cover that at another point. Hit my IG with it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can link it in the chat. Get it to the people, because that's interesting. I did not know that. I did not know that. He was convicted of stealing about 15 years ago. How old is the Breakfast Club? Is Breakfast Club more than 15 years? What was it given? Like a slap on the wrist? Was it petty theft? I don't know. It's very interesting. I want to know more. I want to know more. I'm gonna do my own research, but if you have any information to this, let me know. Hit up Word Up Podcast on IG, or you know what I'm saying, just link it in the chat. Oh, I didn't see that episode of Lee, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely go hit his page after we wrap up here. That's crazy. That's crazy, family. All right. Let's continue.
the guy last night, he said that he gave Caesar $1 million. When he said he came to the office, you were right there to greet him. He said he felt like you were part of the entire process as far as bringing him into the, him even deciding to make this investment. He's like, I would have made $1 million investment if I didn't have DJ Envy co-signing him and telling me that, yo, he's a good dude. And then
What did I just say when we was covering Jada Pinkett, y'all? The common denominator between all of these situations is people's faith in celebrities. When celebrities are just people you've seen, but you don't really know. It's like, but this. It's like when you go to, say you go to the barbershop. All right. As individuals that you see in the barbershop regulars all the time, because most people get their hair cut on the same schedule. So you see people there all the time. You know what I mean? This one got this one going on, that one got that one going on. Imagine you having such an attraction. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean, you know what I'm saying, not sexual or anything, but to the lifestyle of a person. You see what car they're driving, you see, you know what I mean, the clothes that they wearing, you know what I mean? Imagine you looking at that person as though you're lesser than, and you want what they got, but you don't even know how they got it. You don't even know if they outright have it or if, you know what I'm saying, they financing their entire lifestyle. The car is rented. The clothes might be rented. Amazon got it to where you can try before you buy. I'm just saying. Try it on, go out for a week and, you know what I'm saying, wear those clothes for 1-2 days maybe, switch it up, how you switch it up, and then return the clothes back. There's a lot of stuff going on out here that people aren't aware of. So people looking at DJ Envy, which I don't even see how that was a thing to do. But people looking at DJ Envy and saying, "Yo, I've been rocking with the man so long. I'm gonna put up $1 million, $1 million USD, because of this guy that I've never actually met, and he has no bearing on my personal life or circumstances. I'm going to then fund this project for $1 million. I'm going to invest $1 million. Invest being the operative word. The first rule of investment is don't put up that which you are or aren't willing to lose. Don't put up that which you aren't willing to lose. It's just like gambling, except it's supposed to be better than gambling because there's actual, metrics and things to gauge for favorable outcomes. Then again, with sports betting, there are metrics and statistics for favorable. But what my point is, my point is, be careful on sports betting apps. You don't want to get Robin Hood out here, is all I'm saying. You don't want to get Gemini out here, is all I'm saying. My point is that I'm speaking to my black folks, we need to stop putting people above us, and we need to start putting ourselves, at the forefront of our mind. What do I need? And stop looking and investing so much into other people. Oh, it's the newest live. Okay. 15 years ago, timestamp. Okay. Oh no. Okay. So you get that, everybody. Leeds newest live. Shout out to Butterfly Jones. Shout out to Butterfly Jones, adding value to the broadcast. Love to see it. Thank you so much, man. Leeds newest live, an hour and 5 in. Okay. That's easy. I'll play a little bit more of that while I got the other one loading in the back.
I come to the office and he's in the exact same office as I'm walking in before we even come to an agreement on the deal. So how do you feel like you play a part in that? As I'm signing him and telling him, he's like, I would have made $1 million investment if I didn't have DJ Envy co-signing him and telling me that, yo, he's a good dude. And then I come to the office and he's in the exact same office as I'm walking in before we even come to an agreement on the deal. So how do you feel like you play a part in that when an investor feels like, hey, my investment decision is based off the fact that I'm watching you sit in the same office with this guy?
Why? Okay. Based off of the principles of investing, what did I just say? What did I say? Nowhere in investment, in any of the principles of investments, does it say, yeah, I should just spend it because, you know what I'm saying, this nigga I like online that doesn't know me personally, and again, doesn't know my personal circumstances and isn't beholden to anything I got going on, is sitting next to some other dude that I've never met at all. And you know what? I'm gonna put $1 million on it. $1 million down. Putting $1 million down on it. It's like, well, when we get into some of these conversations, and it might be the fact that I'm desensitized, I'm unempathetic. He put $1 million down on an investment because of a celebrity. Because a celebrity told him it would be a good idea. Or not even, actually, that's not what he said. Excuse me, that's not what he said. Because the celebrity was standing next to the guy that was telling them it was a good idea. Like, when we do this, what are we doing? What's our minds are so warped where we put celebrities at such a high. I promise you, folks. I let me look direct in the camera when I say this shit. Hold on. Let me look direct in the camera. I never want to be that to you. I never want to be the guy that's so great in your mind that just by me standing next to somebody, you are willing to put up $1 million of your hard-earned money. Because I know how hard it is to get this money out here. I never want you to look at me in a way. I never want you to look at me in that way. Oh, for real? No, he big snitching. Butterfly, he big snitching. Butterfly Jones, he big snitching out here. Matter of fact, his lawyer, and we're gonna get into that in a moment. His lawyer said, "Shut the fuck up. Yeah, we don't need you to speak on this, sir." And he want to go to the Breakfast Club. You know what? I'm gonna play it while I'm looking for the lead attorney. Hold on, let me look up the lead attorney. But this is what I'm saying. So his newest live, let me look at the newest live. Okay, so it was about Caesar Pina. We gonna get an hour session. Okay, so okay, 105.05. So right before it starts. We gonna get to it. We gonna review this real quick since you brought this up, and then we gonna get into the rest of the material that I already prepared. Shout out to Butterfly Jones. Again. Omni. I ain't have a horn. That's the best I can do right now. I ain't have a horn loaded up. But I'm gonna get a horn loaded up and some more sound effects. Let's go back. All right, so this is lead attorney's video. Let's see what lead attorney talking about.
Anything from anybody in closing. He's like, in closing, that's what I'll say to you.
What? You know around me what? What? Still a lot of butt back in the day.
So y'all hear him right there say, "Hey, I never stole anything from anybody." Now, I want you to hear this.
So when this happened, this was the come up. This was the lick. We used to call it a lick. This was the lick. And what I used to do is I used to dress up in a suit every Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning. I'm just going to say allegedly, because I don't know if I can get in trouble for this, but I think I can. How could you get in trouble for it? All right, because I was convicted, right?
Oh, shit. He's talking to his wife. And
oh, no. No, whoa.
Because I don't know if I can get in trouble for this, but I think I can. How could you get in trouble for it? All right, because I was convicted, right?
oh, shit. He's talking to his wife. And he says that every Sunday I used to dress up in my Sunday best. And he said, well, allegedly. And his wife said, why are you saying allegedly? And then he says, well, I don't know if I can get in trouble for this. And his wife says, how can you get in trouble for this if you've already been convicted?
What?
Right? Let's go.
Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning.
Listen close.
I'm just going to say allegedly, because I don't know if I can get in trouble for this, but I think I can. How could you get in trouble for it? All right, because I was convicted, right? You already got in trouble for it. Right. So I would dress up.
You already got in trouble for it. That's wild. Okay. Wow. Butterfly Jones. Wow, bro. Bro. Damages. Oh man, this show is a banger. Damages. Remember, damages. All right. Let's drop off the physical because the physical is irrelevant when you're talking about defamation. Damages. Harm caused to something in such a way as to. Hold on, Envy. Let's get you the fuck out of here. Oh man, something to cause harm in such a way as to impair its value, usefulness, or normal function. But we way past damages. We way past defamation. This is criminal. He has a criminal history on top of being swept up in white collar crime, which honestly is gonna be a hot take, right? Yeah, he's done. He's out of here. Yeah, he's out of here. If you're gonna commit crime, damn it, I can't do this. I can't. I should have said that. You know what? Allegedly, if you're allegedly going to allege a crime, okay, go the white collar route. Allegedly. No one's trying to get sued. Defamation. None of that. Allegedly. It's greater potential payoff, less risk, and far less severe penalties. It's all I'm saying. Butterfly Jones. Listen, all I'm saying, if you look at how the laws and the shit is set up, all I'm saying is that Envy's like in his 40s, so he's a little bit too old for any sort of crime. But I'm trying, listen, we talking on a risk reward ratio scale and whatnot. For the littlest bit of drugs, you get maximum sentencing. But if you embezzle like 2.5 million, you know what I'm saying, and somehow lose it, you might be sitting down for, you know what I'm saying, 5 years tops, get out, and 1.5 on good behavior, and a recommendation. I don't know. It's not my life, and hopefully it never is. I'm just saying, damages. The weight of your words, the things that you can say, the amount of impact that you have on social media as a social media influencer. You know what I mean? And you could be causing damage to yourself and end up in a position like Envy's end up. He got a bunch of people in a short period of time. And I get it too, because everything that he was talking about, you know, talking about in the last video, everything that he was talking about. He was talking about the credit repair guy, you know what I'm saying, the wholesale real estate to get a hard money loan, FHA and all that. He had all of the elements together that he wanted to have together. He had all of the elements together that he wanted that were necessary in order to, you know what I'm saying, do something substantial, you know what I'm saying, make these moves. But did he vet them accordingly, or did like one put one on to the other one? And because let me tell you, the credit guy looks a lot like Cesar Pina, so I think they like already do business together and whatnot. And it was just a circle of people that Envy got himself involved with. You know what I'm saying? One dude messed up in a circle because that's all it usually takes. I wonder if they're gonna call a RICO. Now that I think about it, now that I'm laying it out like this, it's a circle of people. Understand? They want to say the boy was frauding. It's a circle of people, you know what I'm saying, all participating together in order to transfer money from the people in the seminars' pockets into their coffers and bank accounts so that they can, you know what I'm saying, leverage it for their personal benefit instead of providing the service that they promised. So I wonder if a RICO could be called on this. I wonder if we're going to see DJ Envy at the trial like Young Thug. Find out next time on Tracking Ball Z. Listen, this is crazy. This is some wild shit. Okay, so this apparently just happened. But let's get into the Credit Dude, which is another party. Remember, DJ Envy was talking about, right? Let's get into it. Remember that DJ Envy was talking about all the people that were a part of the seminar. Caesar Pino was one. And then he said he had a credit guy. Well, check out, and this is brought to us via Funk Flex's Instagram. Check out what the credit guy has to say about Envy.
Like that, thinking like it's a legit platform. A lot of people were asking me what the fuck is going on with all this shit with me and Envy, right? So I was speaking to seminars since December of 2018, the real estate seminars that they had, right? I'm speaking, you know, letting everybody know what's going on with the credit, you know, giving education and things like that, thinking like it's a legit platform, thinking that everything is cool, right? Boom. So one day, Caesar invites me to his office and says, hey, bro, how many clients you have? I let him know how many clients I have. He's like, damn, so that many clients times X amount a month. He's like, damn, bro, your business is doing pretty good. I'm like, yeah, bro, we've been putting in work. You know, you guys, I've been speaking on stage. You know, we've been in business, you know, 10 years, 11 years, whatever the case is. Only charging people if we get items deleted. And then a week later, his assistant, Benz, approaches me and says, hey, Envy wants to be an owner of your business. And I'm like, well, what does that even mean? Like, and I'm like, oh shit, like DJ Envy wants to be a part of my business. DJ Envy wants to partner with me. I'm like, what does that look like? He's like, well, he doesn't want to pay anything, but he wants to come into your business as a 25% owner and pretty much continue helping you, you know, with your business. I'm like, oh.
Okay, so this is the Shaq with Gold Bond. This is what you ever see. You see all of those commercials with Shaq doing the Gold Bond powder commercials. This is the deal that Shaq had. Like this is what celebrities been doing lately, is that they trade on, like I said, their influence, their presence, their image, which they then leverage for either capital gain or business partnerships. So he wanted to be a 25% business partner, owner in the business, just off of the sake of all the work that he did doing something completely different than what they're talking about. You know what I mean? This isn't even his field of expertise. You know what I'm saying? So he just wanted to, essentially, it was just another revenue stream to Envy. That's all it was. I mean, look, I'll come in, right? I ain't got no money. I'm not going to put up a single dollar. I'm going to just stand next to you in photos. We're going to post them on IG. I'm going to post them on my IG. We're going to see about what we can do about the Breakfast Club, but I don't know, because that's kind of payola. More on that later. That's kind of payola. But you know what I mean? We're going to see about advertising and using everything in my power and influence in order to make you a bigger, better brand. It's essentially what the deal was. 25% of your business so that I can make... So what we're doing is we're taking a quarter out of the pie in order to make more pie. If that makes any sense. This is the simplest way that I could put it. We're taking a quarter out of a pie in order to make more pie, which that's not even how pies are made. But let's continue.
Okay, well, what does that look like? He's like, well, we're going to promote you here. We're going to do this, put you on the Breakfast Club, which come to find out, that shit is payola on his end, because I was paying him to not realizing it to be on the radio, right? And he's like, oh, we're gonna.
It's payola. So payola was the practice of being paying for play on the radio station. It was just really looked down upon in the radio station. So this was actually a way for him to circumvent that, because he's not a rapper, he's not an artist. It usually just applies to musicians. But where there's a will, there's a way, and there's a revenue stream. So this is what he did. He was like, okay, look, music's kind of dead. Hip hop ain't really made any hot music because everybody making the same trash music. Hip hop ain't really taking off like that. But I'm an influencer. We're visual. So, you know what I'm saying? People have known me for years. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my influence. I'm going to get you a spot on the Breakfast Club, which is cool because you're not an artist. We just got some side business going on that you being on the Breakfast Club would actually, you know what I'm saying, benefit. So, but there's no written rules or regulations against this yet, because technically you're not an artist. You're a personality, you're a business owner. And we've been propping those up on the Breakfast Club lately. So I'm going to prop you up as a business owner on the Breakfast Club. There's no rules against it because you're not an artist. You're not a celebrity yet. And it's going to blow up your business that I've taken a quarter out of. So now we've made more pie. Your 75% is greater. And now the 25% that I initially took is also greater as well, because that's how percentages work. So whatever the total pie was of the business, the total value of that business, Envy gets a quarter of that. So that means a quarter of all the gains. So by leveraging his celebrity, but having this guy do most of the work on the credit end, it's brilliant. I get 25%. I'm cool with 25%. And we make more pie as we go because I'm leveraging my celebrity and influence. So it's technically payola, but he's not receiving cash compensation. Envy's not receiving cash compensation. He's receiving a 25% stake in the business. And because this guy isn't a artist, is not payola, because we're not spinning any of his records, because he doesn't make records. It's totally payola. But it was a way to circumvent around the fact that they can't take cash for artists now. So, you know what I'm saying? Business owners are the new rappers, essentially. And Envy was pimping out these people.
Blow your business up. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to fucking take your business to the next level. Meanwhile, I'm already growing, you know, whatever the case is. As soon as we signed the contract, September 2020, this motherfucker acting like he can't fucking promote me, right? I'm like, bro, I thought it was a part of the deal for you to promote me, for you to do this. One post here or there, one post here or there, one post here or there, post here, post there. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, what's going on, man? Like, I thought you were supposed to, you know, let people know that we're in business with this. And he's like, I don't got to do that shit. I don't think you remember the agreement we had. I don't care about your company. And I'm like, yeah, bro, but you're promoting Caesar. You're promoting the weed business. You're doing this, you're doing that. And you know Caesar isn't, you know, doing this. Because that's when I also found out that so that's when Caesar scammed me. I invested with him May of 2022. August of 2022, I realized and found out that he got me for the 150. So then I'm like, well, how come you're promoting Caesar more than me? You know he got me, and you still not promoting me. And that's when me and him got in a fucking argument. That's when he made that fucking audio clip that he made EYL, that he made Matt, that he made fucking me. Man, fuck that bitch, yo. You ain't make shit. Motherfucker gonna sit here and say he made EYL. He gonna sit here and take credit for EYL. He gonna sit here and say that he made Matt the mortgage guy. He gonna sit here and say he got credit and made the credit due. Motherfucker, you can't even make your wife come. And you're gonna fucking sit here and tell me that you made the credit due. Man, fuck you, all right? This dude gonna block my calls, gonna sue me because I exposed him with the fucking thing. That's the shit I'm on right now, MD.
That's crazy. Okay. All right. It's getting personal. We're gonna cut this one off. It's getting personal. Yeah. Whole lot of accusations. Whole lot of accusations. Listen. And we just going back to the damages. Going back to the damages. Because of envy. because he decided to get down with something he fully didn't understand. He didn't understand the turnaround times. He didn't understand the cost of doing business. He didn't understand the fact that when you trade on your name, you're really putting your dick on the line, because if your word can't be trusted, you're essentially done in all aspects. You're essentially done in all aspects. If your word can no longer be trusted, you're essentially done in all aspects in business, because I don't want to deal with you in the first place. So he didn't understand the full risk that he was taking. It's bad enough that don't get me wrong, it's bad that there are criminal charges behind this. But Envy, any business that Envy tries to conduct going forward is going to suffer. It's going to be very detrimental going forward. And like Butterfly Jones said earlier, the feds came to iHeart Studios to arrest him, but oddly, they left. I don't know why they would have left. I don't know what happened. I don't know what that situation about. It's real funky to me. But let's get to I don't know if I should play. Would iHeartMedia block me for 3 minutes of playing this Breakfast Club clip? I heard that they was cracking down. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see what's happening after I'm done trying it. Hold on. Okay, connection's still up. Okay, we gonna try this. Let's try this. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do what everybody else did. I'm gonna just play the audio. Let's just play the audio. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Because if I play the visual, it's gonna be something else. But let's listen to what Envy's saying audio wise. Let me take the damages down. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the video. I'm gonna just play the audio. Let's listen to it.
There's been a lot going on, Charlamagne.
Like what?
Don't say like what, man. There's been a million and one accusations.
Oh my God, no.
I'm being serious. So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up.
So don't. Does everybody in the chat hear this? I already started playing the audio. Listen, if your attorneys don't want you to speak, then don't. Don't. The attorney spent like 12 years of their existence to get in the position just to represent you in matters such as these. If they say, yeah, you probably shouldn't talk about this on the radio, and don't. Yes, you're going to be judged. See, this is the problem with niggas and why niggas is so, y'all going to get me in this shit. All right. We'll break back. This is the problem with today's black male. And a lot of males today, honestly. They're too sensitive in spirit. What people say about them affects them to the point in which they cannot act in their own best interests because they're worried about how they're perceived by others. Beat the case and then get your shit off. Beat the case. Beat the case. Your only priority right now should be to beat the case. You know what I'm saying? Because freedom, being able to be outside when you want to be outside, being able to have a comfortable bed at night, freedom is on the line. Beat the case. Everything else is secondary to this. Still be on the Breakfast Club, make your paper, you know what I'm saying, and all of this. But beat the case first. And then you can tell your side of the story when you're free, outside, with us. Then you can tell your side of the story. But you know what I'm saying? People gonna do what they want to do.
I'm being serious. So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up a little bit.
I think you should listen to your attorneys. Why don't light-skinned people like to listen? Like, if your attorney told you don't say nothing, why you talking?
Listen, so Caesar and myself did seminars. Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community. I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home. I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth. So I did these seminars and brought industry professionals to all these seminars, whether it was real estate agents from different markets, contractors, conventional lenders, hard money lenders. I even brought auction.com to actually show people how to purchase houses online. That's what I wanted to do for my people. Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return.
Jesus indeed, Charlemagne. Did everybody catch that? Did everybody catch that? I know I caught it. Let me play it again.
Money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return.
Okay. So if you gave him a lot of money, you didn't see a dollar of return. In what way were you qualified to promote him and tell everybody that trusts, for some reason, in your brand, you know what I'm saying, is willing to put up as much as $1 million just because you standing next to a motherfucker that says it's good? You know what I'm saying, down on an investment if you yourself haven't seen the results that others are looking for? What qualifies you? If you, by your own admission, because this will be admissible in court, because you said this on a public platform, when you were otherwise advised by counsel to not do the very thing that we're listening to you do right now.
But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return.
I gave him a lot of money. I didn't see a dollar of return, but yo, you should shop with my boy. Woo. You know who else you're going to have to give a lot of money to? Your lawyer to stay on the case. You're going to have to, this happened 10 days ago. You're going to have, oh man, if I was Envy's lawyer, I need to get paid. Because now with that statement, it adds another layer to the case. It's more evidence for him to work against. It's going to take more hours for him to sift through and come up with a reasonable defense in order to keep your ass out of bars. You just made your attorney's job probably 5 to 50 times harder. And now, damages. Damages. There is a dollar cost that is associated with you damaging your own case. So basically, my point is people need to shut the fuck up. Do what's in their own best interest and stop worrying about what others think of them when they don't deal with your circumstance. They don't know your circumstance. They don't know your opportunities. Stop caring about what people view you as and start moving what's in your own best interest to do. And please do so silently, because your words have weight, impact. And once they get moving around, anything with weight and movement builds momentum, leaves an impact. And you can find a crater in your bank account when it's all said and done. So anybody that's, suing DJ Envy, or any money, any fines that DJ Envy would have had to pay, he's going to have to now pay in the fact that he got on a public platform at his job, his place of, his place of business. Well, not his place of business, but, at his job, essentially, place where he works, his place of employment. And damn. Now he's going to have to pay what he would have paid in fines and fees. He's going to have to give that all to the lawyer anyway. From the way that I view it, if the lawyer, because I would excuse myself after this statement as his lawyer. Let's see where else this goes. Because I didn't listen to it all.
But for anybody to say I was involved, that's totally not true. I would never. I've been on this radio I've been on radio close to 30 years, and never in my 30 years time did I do nothing but try to uplift people and show people a different way through the business mind. And I would never take $1 from somebody.
Okay, so Butterfly Jones, let me get this straight. This was 15 years ago that he was convicted. He was convicted for stealing, right? He was caught and convicted for stealing 15 years ago. So in 30 years of him doing radio, he's been doing radio for 30. It's probably what I'm trying to see. When did the Breakfast Club start? Let me see. How long ago? Oh shit! It's showing me that teen movie. Hold on. How long ago did it start? It formed. Okay, so the New York version, which was the first version before it was nationally syndicated 3 years later, it started in 2010. So we're like 2 years off from the 15th year of it. So this was 2 years before the Breakfast Club. It was 2 years before the Breakfast Club. 2 years before the Breakfast Club, family. Oh, I showed you the movie too. But listen, two years before the 2 years before the first episode, the pilot of the Breakfast Club, right? He was convicted of stealing and still able to be hired. So look, there's hope for many people out there. I implore you all to switch to getting that legal paper today. But yeah, man. This is insane. This is absolute insanity. So 2 years before the Breakfast Club started, he was convicted of theft. He brought it up with his wife. Someone had a recording of it. So now that goes into his character. That's going to be admissible in court. As far as, as far as his credibility goes, to believe what he's saying and what his defense team presents. It's a big bag for his lawyer. His lawyer is not happy, because even though it would require more compensation, like, it could be such a big deal to the point where it's not it's not a workable scenario. Like, even though the lawyer would be entitled to ask for even more money, to work longer hours, to work harder on this case, the problem would be, you know what I'm saying, that he would have to actually do that work. And lawyers really don't want to have to do that work. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why they're lawyers. They don't want to work like people that go to the job every day. Lawyers, not to say that lawyers don't do actual work and they don't have expertise and all of that, but the amount of work from a cooperative witness or a cooperative, you know what I'm saying, client to an uncooperative client that just does whatever they want, those are two different workloads. And it gets to the point where, yeah, I ain't trying to fight this battle for you anymore, fam. I'm gonna excuse myself from the case as your counsel. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like you working manual labor, but your workload is like 50 times greater today, but you're only getting paid time and a half. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying, get everything complete in the same amount of time. And you have to do like 50 more things on the job in the same amount of time for only 50% more pay. I'm good. I'm a pass. Matter of fact, calling it today. I don't feel like it. Lawyers can pull that card at any time. It's frowned upon. Don't get me wrong. It's frowned upon in their profession. But yeah, no. All right, let me go back to the video. Hold on. Shit, Envy. I didn't realize it was this bad till we started unpacking it here on the podcast.
I could be wrong, but I didn't see nobody accusing you of taking money. I just saw them say that they met Caesar because they heard you talking about Caesar.
And that's the thing that's the true issue here. And that's what Envy's not trying to do, because Envy's trying to play this game of where I can still endorse the guy that I stood behind one point in time. And not say I was completely wrong. So he's really fabricating the fact that people were saying that he's involved with the money dealings and whatnot. Everybody knows that the guy that handles the guy that introduces you to the person that handles the money isn't the guy that handles the money. You would take up your grievance with the guy that handles the money. But he's yet to reconcile the fact that this makes him look bad. Or actually, he knows how bad it makes him look, so he's willing to stir up a completely different argument to get people's mind off of the fact that his brand is even associated with this person in the first place without actually having to renounce the person in and of itself. He hasn't said one time that, I was completely wrong for being in it with Buddy, and I renounce and revoke any association with this person. He's not going to say that because he doesn't want to come off as being disloyal, and he doesn't want to distance himself in that way. So he's willing to stir up a completely different argument that nobody was making in order to then keep the relationship with the person and try to keep everybody focused off of the fact that he attached himself and his image to the situation in the first place. Like that's what's going on here. He's making a completely different argument than anybody else is making. So he's on here trying to, address the allegations, but he's not really addressing the allegations that people are alleging.
Now, they basically said I was privy to it, and that wasn't true. Not at all.
I from what I read in actual court papers, I didn't see that. They said that all these people are saying that they met Caesar because of you.
Right, and they're saying
I don't see nobody accusing you of taking no money.
To the point where if you read the court documents, Caesar wrote an affidavit that says DJ Envy, Rashawn Casey, had no knowledge of me investing people's money.
I saw that too.
He wasn't there. He wasn't part of those conversations. He wasn't even nowhere in those meetings. And those are documents that's out there. So if we're going to talk about truth, let's talk about the truth. And those are the documents out there. And
well,
I know
you can't talk about the truth yet because your lawyers don't want you talking at all. So the smart thing to do is, I understand you want to say something to the listeners, and I'm sure the listeners appreciate it. But man, just wait until all the dust settles. And when all the dust settles, then we can get on this radio and have a real conversation. Until then, I don't think you should be saying any of this. But that's just me.
When did the dynamic flip to the point of Charlemagne was the voice of reason on the Breakfast Club? I don't really tune into the Breakfast Club like that much more. But when did that happen?
Look at you. You can't even help yourself. What else you want to say now?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. But
when the dust settles,
okay,
you can have a real conversation with the audience.
But it's difficult because the stuff that you're hearing is like, that's totally not true. Like, it's not true. Like,
well, that's
fake news. Like, those are fake stories.
That should be
yes, but you should let people lie on your name. I know it sounds fucked up, but let them lie on your name, because if the way that people interact with you supersedes that, then the lies will look ridiculous over time. The way that people receive you or the way that you send yourself to people is completely different than the narrative that's being spun about you. Then over time, those words mean nothing. Right now, they're very impactful because there's a bit of truth to them. As you just confessed to live on air, which is why your lawyer is begging you to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh, Butterfly Jones, what you think? What was a skit? Him being on the air on the radio station, or the whole situation? What part was a skit for you? Let me know. But yeah, Envy needs to shut the fuck up. He's causing great damage, and the whole fact that Buddy put his wife into it, like his wife writing that damning book and live saying, "Oh yeah, for years I didn't know what an orgasm was." Jesus, it's too bad to be a skit, because he's in, like, even if it was a skit, because the fact that it was on air and the public didn't take it as a skit, it wasn't perceived as a skit. They can take that and run with it in trial if they need to. Need to shut everybody. Everybody. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I know you feel the type of, shut the fuck up. You feel a certain type of way of what people are saying about, shut the fuck up. Oh, they're making false accusations and it's not true. Is it affecting your pay? Shut the fuck up. It's not affecting Envy's pay. He's still on the air doing what he do. Shut the fuck up. Keep your head down. Keep grinding. Get your paper how you get it. You know what I'm saying? This might affect what you've wanted to do in the future, or what you were starting to do with the space that you cultivated. Shut the fuck up. Your lawyer asked you to shut the fuck up. I got a brother that's a defense attorney. You know what he told me he tells all his clients? Well, when he was a practicing defense attorney. Guess what he told me he told all his clients? Guess what he told? Yeah, can anyone guess what my defense attorney brother told me? He told all of his clients, Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's the number one thing. People keep fucking up. Shut the fuck. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Butterfly. Matter of fact, let me get up in here. You know what I'm saying? For rocking with me. Let me see if I can I do it over here? Pen. Get you a wrench right quick. That get you a wrench? Does that get you a wrench? I don't know. Say something else, Butterfly. See if you got a wrench now. I don't know if it did it the way that I wanted it to do. I could pin that one. Hit the like. Damn, it didn't get you the wrench, brother. I don't know what the. I click it. I hit add as mine. Maybe I need to bring the. Hold on, because this is actually supposed to be down here like that. Big wrench. Hold on, this is wrong. This was okay. This is down here. That's what the problem is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you get the big wrench. You got the big wrench, Butterfly. I just got it to you. I just gave it to you. Appreciate it. Highly appreciate it. Nah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you rocking out with me. And you added a lot of value to this broadcast. But yeah, shut the fuck up. Please. Not for my sake. Not for my sake. I don't make these requests. Did it hit save? Okay. Yeah, I don't make these requests. You know what I mean? For my own benefits. I don't make these lives for my own health. You know what I'm saying? Certainly not for my health. Because you know what I mean, I'm doing something different than the typical StreamYard stuff that's on a lot of channels. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bells and whistles that go into this. But I get to do stuff like control certain aspects of the show from my phone. So it balances out. But good looking. Salute. Listen, shut the fuck up, people. All right. You don't need to say, a lot of times you don't need to say anything. When someone says something to you, water on a duck's back. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to say anything. Because a lot of times when people speak, they look and sound foolish. Let a fool be a fool. But don't let them make you into one. You know what I'm saying? That's where you mess up. So these people, he's like, yeah, but these people saying stuff online. Listen to this man. Listen to him. Yeah, it's hard because people saying stuff online.
Well, you know, I don't think you should be saying any of this, but, you know, that's just me. Look at you. You can't even help yourself. What else you want to say now?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
But
when the dust settles,
okay,
you can have a real conversation with the audience.
But it's difficult because the stuff that you're hearing is like, that's totally not true.
But it's difficult because the stuff that you're hearing is like, it's totally not true. It's difficult. It's difficult because you know it's not true. But if you know it's not true, you can stand on it within yourself. That's all you need to know, is that you know it's not true for the time being. I know that this is not true. It's not costing me my freedom in the moment, but what does potentially cost me my freedom is going against my counsel's advice and talking about stuff that's happening in court. Worry Observations, Righteous Discussions Unite People. It's the Word Up Podcast, and I've been your host, Omni, etc. Let me know what your thoughts are for the people that are watching this later on, that catch this later. Let me know. Him light skin or he's scared of Rikers. I don't think that's mutually exclusive. I will be honest. I think those, when they say two things can be true at the same time, I don't. Oh, yeah, you didn't say or. But yeah, him light skin, he's scared of Rikers. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Butterfly Jones. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, he's scared. But is he? Because he's talking about it. He's talking about it open in the air. And let me make this point too before we get up out of here. All right, because we about to wrap up. Let me make this point too. I don't care how famous you become. I don't care how many followers you have. Your social media presence will not save you in court. See, when this man is talking about, yo, I don't participate in, like, I can't listen to all of this because I know it's not true. When this man is saying this, right? I can't listen to all of this. I hear all of this, and it's difficult to deal with because I know it's not true. When he's saying that and he's responding to it, the statements that he knows aren't true, the fact that he trades on his social presence, he thinks, and his world is wrapped up in it, right? He thinks that, he'll have some leverage in the court system. But the court of public opinion and the actual court system are two different things. Are two completely different things. You can look at them as two different systems. Tory Lanez was highly successful in the court of public opinion. Tory Lanez was highly favored in the court of public opinion. But in court, he had to sit down for 20 years. Was it 20, 22? I think it was like 22 years. Damages, the things that you say can't have an impact. Last episode, we saw how it can have an impact on others. This is how it can affect your own personal life and the amount of damage that you can do to your own personal life. And quite frankly, it seems like it's far more impactful to your own personal life. But I guess last episode, it was kind of, the amount of damage that you can do to yourself. Yeah, they not. Listen. Talk about getting a raw deal. If he wasn't in his emotions and never would have made that phone call. If he wasn't in his emotions and never would have made that phone call. He was apologizing. He didn't necessarily apologize for him being the one to pull the trigger, but it was enough. He was apologizing for the whole situation and because she felt some type of way. But he didn't necessarily apologize for him shooting her. But it was enough of an apology to get a conviction. Damages. Acting out of emotion will cause damages. Jesus. Yeah, it was like the jail phone. Like, why? Stop talking on jailhouse phones about the stuff that you in jail for. You know what? I'm done. Worry Observations, Righteous Discussions, Unite People. It's the Word Up Podcast. As always, leave a comment. Want to know your thoughts. We may review them going forward. Actually, I think we'll do that. We will review, so we can have this conversation. We will review comments of past episodes at the start of the next episode. I just thought of that in my head, and that's what we will be doing going forward. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you. Butterfly Jones. Salute to my chat moderators. Salute to the chat and everybody involved in the broadcast. And we'll be back next week. Peace.